Hmm. Detoxing our life. Okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey. If you're new here, welcome. So I want to share with you 6 challenges chosen ones face. The dark side of being a chosen one. You guys, excuse my voice because my baby niece gave me a little cold. She sneezed all up in my face and I've been fighting it for the last 7 days. It's been so annoying, but I really wanted to get this message out to you guys. So drop me a comment and let me know, do you resonate with being a chosen one? I used to cringe at this phrase, chosen one, favored by God, all these things. But as I've been on my spiritual journey, I've really awakened to what it means to be a chosen one. You know, there's this famous quote, this famous scripture that says, many are called, but few are chosen. And what this means is that we're all spirits in a body. And when you tap into your inner world and you connect with God, you connect with the divine, we're all given this opportunity, but a lot of people turn away. They don't want to realize that we're living a spiritual life. They don't want to obey. You know, they want to rebel against God. And the spiritual law is that we're called to obedience, we're called to discipline, we're called to love, high vibrations. And that's why it's so beautiful. Spirituality is this beautiful journey that never ends because there's always so much more to learn. Everything is layered and nuanced and expansive. We're constantly changing and evolving, but which lifetime are you on? And so a chosen one is someone who has heard the call and heeded to that call, surrendered to it, and has dedicated their life to a spiritual path and love, high vibrations, which is so beautiful. It's not restrictive. You know, that's the beauty of masculine energy, is that everything serves. And so boundaries, rules, order, these things serve you. They allow you to expand. They don't constrict you. They align you. And it's a narrow path, right? And so many are called, but few are chosen. So anyone can choose to follow God, can choose to serve from their heart, be their authentic self, discover what you're meant to do on this earth. But some people are fast asleep in the matrix and they want to just follow the crowd, be a sheep, and pretend that there's not so much more to life. Maybe they're afraid. They're moving through from a state of fear. They don't want to question the norm. They don't question their religion or traditions. They're focused on other things. They're just not there yet consciously. And that's okay. And so being a chosen one is about dedication to the Most High, the divine, and feeling a deep calling within and choosing to serve from that place. Okay, so this is how I see being a chosen one. It's not cringe, it's not crazy, but there's a dark and light side to everything. Even the dark side serves, and I want to share with you the dark side of being a chosen one, 6 challenges that every chosen one faces. The cool part about being a chosen one, you know, you're in the light and you're protected by the divine. You feel a deep sense of purpose and mission. You're surrounded by angels, spirit guides, and you keep expanding, you keep evolving, transforming, and people are like, what's happening to you? They know the old you, or maybe they want the old you, but you're on this spiritual ascension journey. It's beautiful, and you're blessed. You're favored in a way. And so favor doesn't mean other people suck and you're better. It means that you're following God, and so you're rewarded, you're gifted, and there's blessings in every moment, and you just feel so much inner peace, happiness, even through turmoil. And so I'm so happy I'm on this spiritual path. Like, once I turned 22 years old, I knew that I was different. I was seeing things differently, and my inside world was choosing a cleaner path. I wanted to know God, but it's been a long process, right, of uncovering. But there is a dark side. So it's like when you hear a chosen one, you might think like, what comes to your mind when you hear that term? And if you're triggered by that term, like, just look at those beliefs, right? And we're all chosen when we choose ourselves because God is within. But there's a dark side, and it's very real. You know, when you're on a spiritual path, it's about authenticity. And that's what I love the most. Because how can you grow if you're not willing to look at yourself, your shadows, your shortcomings? Growing means there's change involved, there's transformation. If you're here and you think you're perfect, that's very strange, because why would you be on earth? And the more you face your shadows, the more light enters, the more you heal, the more you are filled with love, right? And so it takes humility, vulnerability, just you and the divine working on yourself, stretching yourself. And this means you're truly growing spiritually. But what's the dark side? Because it's not all sweet and honey. 6 challenges that chosen ones face. The first one is loss. Okay, so not only do you lose your old identity, so your old sense of self. Think of baptism, because that is so symbolic. I know it's in Christianity, and there's probably a different form of it in other religions, but it symbolizes renewal, rebirth, right? And so a challenge that a chosen one faces is that you completely transform and your old self dies. The death card in tarot. An old version of yourself dies and you're reborn into a newer version of yourself. You're still you, but you start to embody more light, you start to heal, you start to have a new awareness, new level of consciousness unlocks, you're activated. And so you're learning more, you're growing, right? That's the simplest way to look at it. But this includes loss, right? So many people fear change. It might be natural, but that's like a dark side of being a chosen one. You lose your old self. And what happens is that a lot of times, a lot that includes everything that you used to be. You might lose friends, even family. And this is the realest thing I can tell you guys, because I've experienced it in my own life. I remember like in 2021, 2 of the closest people to me completely turned on me, and they were family members. I would have never guessed this. Just because I was changing, just because I didn't want to smoke weed anymore, that triggered them. That made them so angry. They started to, in a sense, hate me, or act like they hated me, turn on me. And see, everything in life is spiritual. So until you cleanse yourself, there's sin on earth. So things like jealousy, things like envy, things like anger, these are sin. And so, your light triggers others, but shine anyways. And it's not personal. Don't take it personal. But loss is a challenge that chosen ones experience, but it's a sign. There's this other scripture Jesus says, right? Because Jesus is the best example of embodying higher vibrations and what we're meant to be, what we can be on this earth. And he tells his disciples, are you willing to leave everything and follow me? And that is the truth. That's the reality of being a chosen one. It's not all sweet. Can you drop everything? What do your possessions actually mean to you? It doesn't matter what city you live in. It matters your heart, your soul. Your body is your temple, right? And you're living from the inside out. It doesn't matter where you go on this earth. It doesn't matter who surrounds you, because God is sustaining your life at every single moment. How can you turn away from that? There's nothing to fear. It's pure love. And so, but where is your heart at, right? And so the challenge a chosen one faces is people closest to them turning against them, losing their best friends, losing their old lifestyle, losing the things they used to like, feeling lost. Not just lost, but lost, because it's like a blank slate. You're starting clean. I had this vivid dream of me walking into my home and I just saw white walls everywhere. There's nothing in the house at all. And it symbolizes like a fresh start, a new beginning. So after death, then there's life. But like even these roses, they're gonna die, go back into the earth, and then new ones are gonna bloom. And so these are the cycles and the flows of life. We can't resist it. We cannot escape death. We cannot escape transformation when it is time. But it's a tough part of being a chosen one, is losing the people closest to you, losing your old lifestyle, losing your sense of self so that new can be reborn. What's the second thing? The second hard part of being a chosen one, a challenge a chosen one faces, is that your light, as you start to change, and you're talking about God. Maybe you're on a celibacy journey for 4 years. Maybe you're quitting weed. You're not drinking at the party. You're not eating meat. You have a new perspective. You don't want to hurt the animals. And people are like, what happened to you? Why are you not just being like everyone else? What do you mean you want to follow your dreams? That's not possible. What do you mean you're not watching the news? Everyone watches the news. Everyone does this. Everyone does that. Why don't you just go with the crowd? Just do what everyone else wants you to do. Why are you trying to rebel? Why are you trying to, but you're going to be pulled out of the world. These are the spiritual truths across the board, right? Like, if they're so beautiful how they align, how true they are. Okay, so people in your hometown won't respect you because they're going to still try to see you as the old you. But change is real and change is possible. So your light will trigger others. That's the second challenge that a chosen one faces, is how you know you're a chosen one. Okay, people start falling out of your life that are not in alignment with you. They can't reach you. They don't vibe with you anymore, and they're repelled by you. Your energy repels them, but it's not personal, it's vibrational. And you shouldn't feel sad. You should feel happy, because that means that they're not meant to, they're going to hinder your path, or it just means maybe you've went to the next level and they're not there. That's okay. But grief is still something we can feel. But also your light will trigger them. So people you know, people you don't know, but that's okay. One beautiful thing for me is that I know I'm in a loving vibration because animals approach me, and I really love that. And everything is energetic, right? And so, but let's say an animal turns away or is barking, right? It's like a weird energy. So everything is energetic. But yeah, your light can trigger others. And your light is blinding. Everyone's a mirror reflection of each other. And so if someone turns away from you or they don't like you, they might be projecting onto you. Let's take an example. Okay, you're at the family barbecue, right? And they're cooking meat on the barbecue thing. And you're like, oh no, I don't want to, like, I don't eat meat. Like, what do you mean? You grew up eating meat. They start getting all defensive. They start getting all angry, provoked. Maybe they want to provoke you. Well, what do you think? You're better? Well, you grew up doing that. Well, the animals are going to die. Well, God said that we could eat animals, right, Mom? Like, and so I'm just giving this as an example, but your light, you are reflecting to this other person, whomever it is. It's a mirror to them, and they might not like what they're seeing about themselves. So they're going to blame you, which is called projection. And it's not your fault, but this is a bad part of being a chosen, or a difficult challenge that chosen ones face. Your light is triggering, your energy is triggering. You're blessed, people are confused. Why is she so blessed? Why does she have that? Why does he get that? Why does he have all of those millions of followers? Oh, they don't deserve that. They're this, they're that, and they're mad. So anger, they are putting their fears on you. Like when the whole putting the masks on, shutting down the world happened, and everyone was telling me to get this thing, and I was like, I wasn't having it. I wasn't gonna let my 4-year-old get it either. And they're like, people would trying their hardest. I'm talking family even, to infuse me with their fear. Well, what if all this happened? What ended up happening? Not only did me and my child stay completely safe and thrive through that time period, which is not, but others were suffering. It's about your state of mind. Are you living from a place of fear? You're in a vibrational being. You're going to attract what you constantly think of. So if you're focused on fear, you're going to have things in your life to be afraid of. But if you're focused on love and faith and health, and you're doing things from the natural earth to keep yourself healthy, because you're going to return to earth, then you're going to be just fine. People got that and still got sick. People got the booster, and it's like, and so they're just not able to see. And it's not your fault, chosen one. Okay, I'm letting you know. I feel like some people might be mad from this video. That's nothing new. It's since the beginning of time. We've been warned. It was written. It just is what it is. If you're a chosen one, be grateful. Stay prayed up. Be in a state of love and compassion, right? Because that's what we're called to do. Anyone who gets mad at you for telling the truth is comfortable in their lies. Let me repeat that. Anyone who gets mad at you for saying the truth is comfortable in their lie. They prefer a comfortable lie than a hard, raw, real truth. And the world is covered in lies. And a chosen one is here to expose the truth. They're embodying the light. They're following God. And so there's light and dark on earth. And we can call it heaven or hell or God or the devil or duality or wherever you want to label it. The world or the matrix, but deception, darkness, it works through illusions. And so just always go within. Okay. Oh my gosh. But you can see past the lies if you're a chosen one. Your third eye is open and you just keep learning more and more. God's going to keep filling you with knowledge and wisdom. And you're going to become a light on this earth, and you're going to help light the path. And it's beautiful. But not everyone can see it. And for those that are comfortable in lies, it triggers them. It makes them angry. It makes them confused. But you just persevere in your own truths, right? And stay on your path. All right, so the third challenge the chosen one faces is being a black sheep in society, being a so-called outcast. And I always think of the times of like the witch hunts. That's a perfect example in history because there's nothing new under the sun. So we're living in 2025, but it doesn't matter what time period you're on earth. When you're tapping within, when you know your raw power, when you have awakened to a certain consciousness, it goes against what normal people are doing. I'm just using that phrase, normal. The crowd, society, the mass bunch. But that's why you're a chosen one. So what did they do? They hunted the witches. Oh my God, you're using the earth to heal you. Oh my God, you think you're powerful? Oh my God, you're casting spells? Well, your words, for one, are spells. What do you think the news is doing? They're broadcasting. Broad meaning the masses. And they're casting spells on your ass and everyone else. What are they saying? What are you receiving? Because you're an energetic being. You're downloading their information, and they're just infusing people with fear, violence, war, discord, fights, hatred, fear, stereotypes over and over, 24/7, 365 days a year. So everything is spiritual on earth, but when you awaken, you can see this clearly and you just tune out. What are you putting your attention to? You're so powerful. So like witches knew their power. They were questioning the church, especially back then, the patriarchy and all the lies. And they hung them. People who said they were following God in the church, they said they were following God, but they were hanging them by their neck and killing them, committing murder. And so it's like, you're different. If you're a chosen one, a difficult part of being a chosen one is that you could be outcasted by society and you're labeled as a black sheep or a rebel, but you're just like bringing things to people's awareness. But there's only two main vibrations, love or fear. So when you're tapped into love, you're not afraid. You know your time on earth is temporary anyway. You're protected. And people who are not ready to embrace love fully are just in fear. And that's not your problem. Just keep your attention on love and truth. And stay dedicated to the divine. Stay in alignment. Okay? Woo! Oh my God, I feel a little tingle in my third eye. Okay, so it's beautiful. And your senses, I should do a video on like superpowers that chosen ones have, because you start to get activated spiritually. So that video is going to be coming up soon. I know there's some powerful souls here. I can tell. Okay, so oh my gosh, the fourth difficulty of being a chosen one is there are spiritual battles to overcome, right? So many are called, few are chosen. When you're born into this life, sometimes your soul has already agreed to face certain challenges because you're here to be a disruption to this earth. You're here to have people, help people awaken, raise the vibration on the planet. So to be able to have the strength to do that, the perseverance, is it aptitude? It's like the power to do that. You have to have overcome things in your own life. So a lot of times chosen ones had difficult childhoods, or they're going through, they face difficulty in their life, and they're meant to, because they have to learn how to overcome it. But you will triumph, and when you do, now you can help light someone else's path. So a difficulty of being a chosen one, difficult circumstances in life at one point in time, but it's just part of your transformation story. You're meant to come out victorious, but what have you learned along the way? So it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the path. Who are you becoming in the process? And a lot of chosen ones are here to break generational curses, change and heal from generational trauma, bring new perspectives on earth. You're a huge disruption, chosen one, to this planet. And this is a very beautiful, vibrant thing. But it's a challenge because you have to overcome and heal and embody love in your heart. Forgive, release, let go, move forward, be strong. And you can do it. And you're meant to. Your soul agreed to it. So challenges in life are not a bad thing necessarily. It's helping you. It's teaching you perseverance. It's teaching you faith, because as a chosen one, your God is your nourishment. The divine is your sustenance and your life force energy. So that's what calls us within. You know, like what causes a person on earth to detach from the lies of society, start to question things? What is that like spark that makes you go within in the first place? A lot of times challenges, pain. But it's beautiful, because the more you heal, the more healing energy you have to share with others. So it's a blessing. Okay. Yeah, you show others what's possible. You guys, like my quitting weed videos here on YouTube, they've helped countless people, and I really love that. Who knew that a 10-year period of my life that was filled with a lot of darkness, a lot of hard times. Like, you guys might see me on this platform glowing, looking stunning and beautiful, looking 21. My favorite person says that. But it's like, do you know the backstory, right? And every healer, every chosen one has gone through darkness and storms, but once you get through it, you're able to light the way for another. Yeah, show them what's possible, which is beautiful, because you're here to serve. Being a chosen one is not a selfish thing. It's about service to others, because you know that it's one love, one consciousness, one humanity, and everything's connected. Let's just do one more. Okay, so, because there are challenges. It's okay. So the last one I'll share with you, challenges. The dark side of being a chosen one, challenges chosen one's face. Being alone often. Now, that word challenge, it depends on your perspective because it can be challenging sometimes. You know, we are social creatures and we can thrive in community, and you will find your soul tribe. I can assure you that. I'll link my video down below, how to find your soul tribe. But when you're a chosen one, and you are alone often. This is very important to your journey. It's important so that you can heal. It's important because you need to learn how to replenish your energy and balance your own energy. We're never alone, even if we tried, because we're connected to everything around us. We're connected to the divine. And so you're never alone. The leaves, the trees, the wind, everything's alive that God has created. So you're never alone. And plus, be your own best friend. Be best friends with your own spirit and soul and being, your own essence. And you'll feel so happy, joyous in your own energy. Chosen ones need time alone. You need it because you're highly sensitive. There's chaos on earth, so a lot of times you want to tap back into your inner peace, find balance, process your emotions, meditate, rest, hydrate, rejuvenate. But it could be a challenge because sometimes you might question yourself. Is there something wrong with you? Are you on the wrong path? Why do people not like you? But it's not true. You're embodying love on this earth in a place that needs more love. And so you're the healing, you're the medicine, you're the remedy, you're the light. So keep embodying love and it's going to be okay. So being alone, it depends how you can see it. We need that alone time, but it can also be a challenge because sometimes you want to just be like everyone else. You want to just turn on the radio and pretend you didn't hear everything they just said as far as the music. Or maybe you want to drive through McDonald's and just have a Coca-Cola, but you're like, you know that. It's like when I see Pepsi or that's the soda brand, like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, if I see a commercial for it, everyone's like, ha ha ha, laughing and, you know, like pretending everything is cool and sweet. But at the same time, it's like, but I know, well, there's caramel color in that. Well, it's just water and pure sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup. Like, you know, and so it's like you awaken. Once you awaken, you can't go back to sleep. And it's crazy. And so you can't just be like everyone else. You can try, but you can't fool yourself. I have to think. It's like fasting for me. It's not even an option. I know. I'm like, I don't need to be eating 12 hours a day, all these meals. Like, I don't want to eat a dead animal's body. I don't want to. I don't need to. There's protein in broccoli. Like, spinach has what I need. What about my iron? What about my magnesium? Like, alkaline water. I'm not drinking tap. That calcifies my pineal gland. Like, high vibrations. I'm feeling off. I need to listen to some healing music. I want to be around certain people who raise my vibration, who are embodying love. You just start making healthier, beautiful decisions. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with being alone. Choose people intentionally, you know, and as you conserve your energy, you protect your energy. The beautiful part is God will bless you with your soul tribe. And there's just a few. Maybe there's many, but we're scattered throughout the earth. But you will have what you need. And when you encounter them, they're going to feel like your real family. Not to say we don't love our physical family. We do. But your soul family feels what feels the most comforting to your soul. You feel at ease. You feel happy. You feel inner peace, alignment, resonance. And this is what we really need. It fills our cup, and that's all you need. You need your soul tribe. You need self-love. You need love for the divine, love for creation. And then you're going to feel happy and inner peace. So these are challenges, chosen one's face. Hope this video helps you in some way. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, but just enjoy it. You are so blessed. And I'm happy that you're watching this video. Take care of yourself. I'm sending you love, power, healing on your journey, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.